Hello, my students. Our lesson for today is about report writing format. And in this lesson, we're going to cover the main points we need in writing a report. Let's start. Here are the main sections of the standard report writing format. First, we have to start with the title section. A report must have a title section, okay? This includes the name of the author or authors and the date of report preparation. You have to mention the name of the author and the date of your writing the report. Then remember to have a summary, and the summary is a general overview of your report, and this is extremely important. There needs to be a summary of the major points. Okay, you have to cover in a summary the major points of a report, conclusions, and any recommendations you have. It needs to be short as it is a general overview of the report. Since we say it's a summary, so it needs to be a short of an overview of the report. Some people will read the summary and only skim the report, so make sure you include all the relevant information. Okay? Most people only read the summary, so be careful to mention all the main points in it. It would be best to write this last, so you will include everything, even the points that might be added at the last minute. Okay, all the important points must be included in this summary. Then, in writing a report, you must have an introduction. The first page of the report needs to have an introduction. You will explain the problem and show the reader why the report is being made. Okay, you must include the objective in the introduction you are writing directly. You need to give a definition of terms if you didn't include these in the title section and explain how the details of the report are arranged. So the reader uh, can see your writing clear to him or her. Uh, also, one more point we have in writing a report, and it's important, the body. This is the main section of the report. There needs to be several sections with each having a subtitle. Information is usually arranged in order of importance, with the most important information coming first. And here you have to deal with the details of the information you need to write in the body. We need more details. And you have conclusion. This is where everything comes together. Okay. You have to conclude what you have written. Keep this section free of jargon, as most people will read the summary and conclusion. Be careful in writing your conclusion, because as I told you before, most people only read the summary and the conclusion to understand what is the report about. So be careful in writing it and to the information you are writing. Recommendations. This is what needs to be done in a plain English, in common English I mean. Explain your recommendations, putting them in order of priority, according to priority, الأولوية, to the most important ones. And the appendices. This includes information that the experts in the field will read. It has all the technical details that support your conclusions. Now I will read more points that make your writing more clear. In writing a report, it could be helpful to you in writing. Uh, Pointers to score high in report writing. So they could become as advice to your writing. Use names and pronouns. I will read only the titles. Use names and pronouns in your writing as number one. Number two, limit yourself to one idea per sentence. Um, and number three, be as clear and specific as possible. Be as clear and specific, okay, as possible. Use simple language. Okay, so you can use only simple present or simple past. You don't have to mix all tenses together. Stick to observable facts. Use facts that are observable. Write in paragraphs like that. Organizing information in groups has two important benefits. Your report is more logical and it's easier to read and understand later on. More advice about writing a report. Use active voice, okay, because it's more clear than a passive voice. Use bullet style like that. It's nothing but the style you have probably been writing shopping lists all your life. When your mother asks you to bring something from the grocery shop nearby, use the same format when you are recording several pieces of related information, like Michael Jordan told me he and Maria have been fighting a lot. She was drunk when he came home from work. Like that, the simple language you know. And now let's see a sample report template. Typical structure template for writing a committee report. You have to mention members to which the report is meant for, name, institution, location, share, name, institution, location, or member. You have to mention date, time, and location. You have to mention the purpose, okay, and this is important, okay, don't forget. Here you mention the purpose of the report in a brief. This enables the reader to understand the purpose behind writing the format, and this is extremely important. We never forget our purpose out of our writing. Issues. Write different issues as subheadings and explain their highlights and bullet points below their respective subheadings, like that current status, and you mention the subheadings. Also, you can mention the accomplishments, issue 1, and you state them. Future goals, near-term plans, main point, main body of the report. Use subheadings as where and where needed. Informal recommendations if you need an opportunity to make recommendations, suggestions, and comments to the board and executive director. Okay, and you end with respectfully submitted and you write the author's name. Okay, my students, deal with the most important points in writing your reports, and don't forget that you have main sections. You should not forget in writing a report, the title section, the summary, introduction to your writing report, body, conclusion, recommendations, and appendices. And I hope you and wish you all the luck in writing your reports. And thanks for your